Alright guys, we've already ranked the Gen 1 Pokemon. Now we need to rank the Gen 2 Pokemon. Let's start. Now, Chikorita. I'm not a big fan of Chikorita, especially when it comes to the starters of this gen. I think the other two starters are much better than Chikorita. I think Meganium looks cool, and I think the evolution line, at least, of the Chikorita line gets better as it goes, in my opinion. I think Chikorita is maybe the weakest one. I like Bayleaf and I like Meganium in terms of their designs. I'm going to put Chikorita in C, Bayleaf in B, and Meganium above Bayleaf, still in B though. Now, Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. I think Typhlosion is arguably the best, final evolution of this gen. I think Feraligatr gives it a run for its money, but I would say I like Typhlosion more personally. I think Typhlosion for me is S tier. Quilava looks cooler than Cyndaquil, but Cyndaquil is still very cute. Cyndaquil is probably going to go on the same tier as Chikorita. And then Quilava is going to go above Meganium. But is Quilava good enough to be in the A tier? I think I'm going to put Quilava in the A tier because I do believe he's A quality. Totodile. I think Totodile is the best looking first evolution of the starters, in my opinion. I think he's the best looking of those. So I got to give Totodile A for me personally. I don't like Croconaw as much as Totodile. Croconaw is just a Totodile that ate a pizza. For me, Croconaw is going to go down here. Not a big fan of Croconaw. He can sit in C. Feraligatr, though, Feraligatr might be S tier in terms of his design. I do really like Feraligatr a lot. I do think I'm going to put him S tier. You can make a case that Gen 2 has the best starters of any gen. I really think that you can make a case for that. Sentret is fine. I would say that Sentret is better than Rattata. I gotta put them kind of up here, but they're not great. Like, I don't know. C, and I do like the evolution. I think Furret. That's what it is. Furret. Furret. I do think I like the design of Furret, but it's not crazy for me, so it's gonna be a B. Hoot Hoot, personally, not a big fan. I don't like his design. I like owls. That's why I like Noctowl. I like Noctowl a lot, but Hoot Hoot, not a big fan of the design. I think it looks kind of stupid to me. So, honestly, that's going to be our first D one. Not a big fan of Hoot Hoot. But Noctowl, on the other hand, I like the design of Noctowl. Noctowl, I'm going to put probably up here, probably above Furret for now. Ladybug is just a ladybug. There's nothing cool about Ladybug. So for me, it's D. Lady-In, on the other hand, very cool looking in my opinion. It's not as cool as Noctowl, but probably cooler design than Furret. Same thing with the spiders, man. Ariados, super cool. Or sorry, I probably said that wrong, but that's how I said it growing up. It was Ariados. Ariados. Sorry, Ariados. Let me correct myself before everyone in chat goes fucking crazy on me again. Ariados. Ariados looks very cool, I think. I think Ariados is as cool as Arbok looks, but Ekans is kind of shit. And same with Spinarak. Spinarak is kind of shit. So Spinarak is gonna go in D, but Ariados is gonna go up in B. Crobat is S tier. Not only is he S tier in stats, he's also S tier because somehow they took one of the worst evolution lines, fucking Zubat and Crobat, and they made it cool. Somehow, Crobat single-handedly saved that evolution line and turned it into a cool evolution line. So I gotta put Crobat up at S. Chinchou is shit. Lantern, I mean, it looks better than Chinchou, so I gotta put it at C, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Ampharos, S tier, baby. He is the S tier of the S tier of Gen 2. We also have Mareep. Mareep is super cute. Mareep is definitely going up here. Mareep, I actually like Mareep more than Flaffy. Flaffy's still cool, but I like Mareep and Ampharos more than Flaffy. But Flaffy is still gonna go down in the B range somewhere. Is Blossom cooler than Vileplume? I think they're both kind of shit. It's gonna go up here somewhere. I don't think it's terrible, but it doesn't really do much for me. Meryl is cute, but Meryl is like they just decided to make a water version of Pikachu. Pika-Blue, exactly. It's just a blue Pikachu. But Meryl is very cute, so I'm gonna put Meryl up in the maybe low B tier. Azumarill, I don't really like Azumarill as much as Meryl. I think it's kind of a worse version. Kind of like Raichu is a worse version of Pikachu. I think Azumarill is a worse version of Meryl. It's probably above Lantern for me, so I'll probably put it there. Sudowoodo! Oh, the freaking side quest to get the watering can to water Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is like the Snorlax of Gen 2, except Snorlax is way better than Sudowoodo, obviously. It's just a stick with balls on his hands. I don't know, Sudowoodo's gonna go somewhere down here. Espeon. Espeon, in my opinion, is not as cool as Umbreon. Umbreon is S tier. Umbreon is my favorite evolution, I would say. Espeon is great. I would say that Espeon is still a very good contender, very well-designed evolution, but I really like Umbreon a lot better. So Espeon is going to be a high A, and Umbreon is going to be S. Murkrow, he's just a crow. Yeah, he doesn't really do anything for me. Slowking. Slowking is kind of derpy looking, but he's kind of cool looking as well. So he's going to be probably up in C somewhere. I like the look of Misdreavus even more than Ghastly, in my opinion. I think Misdreavus is a really cool looking Pokemon. He's going to go up in the A tier somewhere. Unknown can go right at the back of D tier. Wobbuffet has some anime significance. He is kind of the comic relief at parts of the anime, so I gotta give him some points there because he does just show up out of nowhere all the time with Wobbuffet. I do gotta put him a little higher up than I would probably just based on his design, but he's not gonna go very high up. He gets brownie points for being in the anime, but not really much else other than that. Ooh, Scizor, or Scizor, whatever the hell you want to say. I really, really like the design. Scyther is already a near perfect design. And then they took Scyther and added a steel type evolution. Holy shit, did they make a sick design for that evolution. So I honestly think high A tier below Espeon. Shuckle doesn't do anything for me. He's gonna go in D. Heracross, one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon. Boom, Heracross. S tier, easy. Sneasel, I think Sneasel is really cool looking. I think he has a really great design, and I think he deserves to be an A tier because of his design. Teddiursa is adorable. I love Teddiursa. He's awesome. Teddiursa is gonna go probably below Cyndaquil, and I really like Ursaring. His name is cool, and I really like his design. So for me, he's gonna be like low A tier. Oh, here we go. Houndour and Houndoom. I love these two Pokemon. I think arguably they could be better than Growlithe and Arcanine. They've done really well with the dog type Pokemon. And I think Houndoom is one of the better, and Houndour are one of the better of the dog type Pokemon. So for me, Houndour is going to have to go up in the A slot, probably above Pichu. And Houndoom, for me, is S tier. I really like Houndoom. I think Seadra is cooler than Kingdra, honestly. Kingdra is just kind of lame for me. It's kind of like Slowking. Like, Kingdra, was it really necessary to give a third Evo to Seadra? I don't really know. It doesn't really do much for me. Phanpy is cute, but he's definitely not as good as Teddiursa. So, for me, Phanpy is going to have to go somewhere up in the C tier. I think he's adorable, but he's definitely not as good as Teddiursa. Donphan is interesting, but once again, he doesn't do it for me very much. So he's gonna have to go at the back of B. Porygon 2 is just Porygon 2. Literally, they just took Porygon and they smoothed him out. He doesn't really do it for me. I think everyone knew where that was going. Stantler's fine. There's nothing wrong with him, but he's just kind of a boring design. Smeargle. I have a holographic Smeargle from Neo Destiny or some shit. I don't know what he's supposed to be though. He's like a dog? Is he like a dog with a French style beret and he paints shit with his tail? I don't know. I think he's an interesting design though. So we're gonna put him up at the back of B tier. Oh my god, Whitney's Miltank. At the beginning of Dark Souls 3, first thing right out of the gate, fight Gundyr. I guess we'll just do a boss fight right out the gate. Whitney's Miltank was like Gen 2's Gundyr. Just kicked my ass constantly because of rollout. I have a lot of bad memories that Miltank has put in my mind. So we're just gonna put that like right there. Blissey is terrible and should just stay down here. Oh, this is going to be extremely difficult to not put all the doggies in S tier. Tyranitar is going to be high A tier for me, I think. Like right up there with like Scizor and Espeon. Pupitar, I don't like at all. I think Pupitar is lame. Larvitar is cute, but is he B? He's probably higher C, up there somewhere. Now, the legendaries. We've come down to it. We have the 3 legendary dogs, which honestly, I love the design of all 3 dogs. There's literally nothing wrong with the dogs, and I think the dogs are better than the bird. The dogs are better, more well-designed than the legendary birds from Gen 1. I would die on that hill. Celebi, though, Celebi doesn't do a whole lot for me. I don't think Celebi deserves to be S tier. It is a very cool-looking Pokemon, but it's got to be up here somewhere, but not crazy. Ho-Oh as well. Ho-Oh is very cool looking, but Ho-Oh is definitely not S tier to me. Ho-Oh is probably going to be behind Tyranitar. Lugia is easy S tier, 100% S tier, and definitely up here somewhere in the S tier, probably behind my boys Ampharos and Heracross. Now the dogs, this is kind of a cop-out, and I'm sorry, but I honestly think that all 3 dogs, design-wise, are S tier. I think they are. Now, if I were to rank the 3 dogs in S tier, I would say probably Suicune, Entei, Raikou. I think that Suicune is the coolest dog, and I think that his significance in the story is really cool. So this would be my ranking. I have how many in S tier? I have 11 this time in S tier. I have a lot in B, C, and D tier from Gen 2, and not a whole lot in A and B. I think Gen 1 comparatively, it was probably a bit heavier on the top 3 for Gen 1 than it is on Gen 2. But I do think that there are a lot of fantastic designs in Gen 1 and a lot of great S tier Pokemon, in my opinion, in Gen 2 as well.